What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Neil, and we are back getting ready to dyno test the motorcycle after all of the adjustments have been made to this thing. As you guys can see, we have the new air filter here, we got the new throttle battery right here, and then all kinds of new parts inside the motor. And if you guys want to check that out, you can look at the video that I have in the top right hand corner of the screen. But we're going to get ready to get this thing all dynoed up, get it all tuned up, because there's a new ECU put in this thing. And anytime you put one of those things in, anytime you do these kind of modifications to an engine, you need to tune it, get all your timing right, get everything all set right to make sure this baby purrs like a kitten. And this is really, really exciting because the last time that we did this with this bike, it actually had 14 horse at the rear wheel, okay? And these guys are estimating that after the changes that we made to the motor, that she's gonna be around 27 to 28 horses, which would be around double the horsepower, which would be absolutely nutty, especially at the rear wheel. So this is what we're kind of gonna be waiting on, guys. We're gonna check out the test, and then I'll show you guys the results afterwards. All right, so we're getting ready to fire this thing up, and hopefully, guys, we're gonna get some good horsepower out of this baby. That's what we're gonna be going for. He's getting it all set up, positioned right. And this is actually my first time actually watching a dyno test done really from the beginning, and maybe for some of you as well. And luckily, I'm wearing my ear muffs here because this thing's gonna be damn loud. You might want to cover your ears whenever we start doing this. All right, man, we're running. This thing's going to get super loud. All right, so as you guys can see, the bike is apart. We've had some unfortunate circumstances happen. Evidently, the gentleman that owned my bike before, the shaft that goes through here was actually way too tight, and it was actually restricting this rear rim. And we also found out that the chain and the sprocket here were not actually working too correctly with the new upgrades to the motor. It appears that the motor, it seems that the chain and the sprocket need to be replaced because the motor is actually churning too fast, too quickly. It's actually causing the chain to slip on the sprocket a little bit. And yeah, so I'm getting a new sprocket put on, getting a new chain, and unfortunately they don't have a sprocket in stock, so they got to order one. So unfortunately, I thought I would be doing a reaction video to riding my baby today, but yeah, it just ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna have to wait until tomorrow. And they're also, you know, we're probably gonna also end up taking this Cadillac converter off, so we got some more free airflow for this baby to create a little bit more power for it. And yeah, so guys, you know, the next time you'll see this, we'll be hopefully riding the motorcycle. All right, everybody, I finally got my bike finished. I got her back. I actually got her back a couple days ago. This is actually a few days after the previous clip you guys just saw. And they did go ahead and on my exhaust, they did go ahead and remove the Cadillac converter. They actually removed the Cadillac converter. It's just a solid straight pipe now. And it is definitely way louder than it was before. And also, the sprocket is still the original rear sprocket on the bike. We actually have to have one made out of aluminum. They're going to CNC machine one because they feel they can still get a little bit more horsepower out of it. This bike originally had 14 horse at the rear wheel. Now it actually has 24, but again, they feel like they can get a little bit more with a smaller sprocket on the rear, get a little more torque out of this thing. And you guys can see that I've also changed the mirrors We have these mirrors a little filthy right now, but we have these mirrors right here, which I really prefer because it makes the front of the bike, it removes the rabbit mirrors that were on it before. And I really didn't care for those things. She looks a lot sleeker right now, but I do have to get some custom pieces that we're gonna put in here to make her look a little sharper. Boy, she's really filthy. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing washed and take her for a little bit of a ride. All right, guys, we are on the bike. We're gonna start it up for the first time, let you guys listen to it. And yeah, she's pretty damn loud. We're gonna go ahead and head over to the, get this thing washed, get her all cleaned up. Let's go. And it might be a little bit difficult to listen to me because, like I said, this thing is crazy loud because of the changes that they did to the exhaust. It is nutty how loud this damn thing is now. Be careful now. And that's just kind of like a little taste of what she can do. She really, like, when this thing reaches about 7,000 RPMs, it goes crazy. That power band kicks in and it just takes off. It is way more powerful than what it was before. And they've actually adjusted the brakes as well. And I gotta say, man, these brakes work way better than they did before. They didn't change anything on them. They just react much better than they did before. Really, really nice. They feel a little bit smoother. You always got people like that. They don't pay attention at all to the rear, even though somebody's got this insanely loud motorcycle. I mean, but it's not overpowering. I mean, you know, it's just a 150cc that's been, you know, upgraded quite a bit as far as the modifications to the motor. So it's definitely well manageable. It's not ridiculous power. You know, it's not like a, you know, a 600cc motorcycle or a, you know, obviously 1,000cc. It's just nowhere near that kind of power. But boy, is it fun. Is it fun, and does it sound crazy? I love it. Right? Having a loud bike really isn't the smartest thing, in all honesty, especially when it comes to the popos. But you know, this is the price we pay for a little extra power, a little extra fun. I mean, you know, and it's really difficult for me to wrap it out and give it hell because, I mean, there's just too much traffic. I can't do that here. I'm going to be trying to get this thing on a track somewhere if I can and ride it out there, kind of open it up a little bit, run through the gears. This bike does have a quick shifter on it, which really, really helps. Going through the gears. There I did a little quick shift, but I let off the throttle. Generally, whenever you're doing quick shifting, you don't let off the throttle, but I really wasn't trying to go as fast as possible because, again, there's just too much traffic, man. It's really, it's just, you can't do it, man. You can't do it. And some of you probably wonder, well, why would you make your bike faster if you can't really ride it that fast? Well, you can in certain areas, right? Like I said, evidently there's a track. Evidently there's a track near Ho Chi Minh City, not too far at all. Maybe about a 30-minute ride from where I live, maybe 35-minute ride, something like that. And I would gladly ride over there, take the bike on the track, and see what she can do, man. For sure, you know, it's way better. Like, this thing is so much fun now. I'm having a blast riding this thing. It is crazy just how much of an improvement the bike has right now. It's really, really nutty how this little motor is just pulling so hard. Like I said, especially when you kick those power bands in, when it reaches about 7,000 RPMs, it starts pulling like crazy. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild, I gotta say, man. It's a lot of damn fun. So we're about ready to come up on the place where to get this thing washed. And here she is, right here. And here we are. This is where I get my bikes washed and everything. Let me move my mic. There we go, that's a little bit better. But anyways, over here is where we get the bike wash. And then over here is where I like to hang out, maybe buy a drink, wait for a little bit for my bike to get finished. And once it's finished, we'll be right back. All right, guys, now we got the bike all nice and clean, spick and span, looking sweet and pretty. So let's head up and go for a little bit of a ride. There we go, let's get all situated. All right, helps to have the key in the bike. Okay. All right. Woo-wee, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now let's let this guy kind of scoot on in there. Okay. I gotta say, man, you know, whenever you start getting more power on your bike, you just want to go, boy. You just want to hit that damn throttle. You just want to go crazy. And really, it's just a stupid thing to do, especially like in Ho Chi Minh City. There's just too many people. It's way too much traffic. Honestly, what I was doing earlier was pretty dumb. Flying through here the little bit that I did. You just never know when someone's going to pull out in front of you, walk out in front of you, run out in front of you. It happens all the time here, all the time. Even when you're doing the speed limit and you're just kind of kicking back, you'll notice that that just happens a tremendous amount, and it's not something that you want to take lightly. You know, you definitely want to be as safe as you can. Well, I'm really glad they fixed it, or not really fixed, but I mean, man, you just want to go. It's crazy. Like when I hear this thing rap, I'm just like, oh my Lord, this is too much fun. It's just too much fun, man. It's too much fun. I'm having a good old time. I swear to God, it's like I'm a 20-year-old kid on this damn thing. And the funny thing is that, you know, as fun as this thing is, and as fun as it is to have all this extra power, it still doesn't feel like enough. You know, like I still want more. I don't know if this is like one of them guy things where never is enough, like enough is enough, like you never have enough power. You always want more. And I feel like that's kind of the situation. I mean, really, this thing is more than enough for riding around this city. I mean, it's way faster than most bikes around here, for sure. But, you know, you just want more and more, right? We're just kind of pulling up, creeping up here because we want to make this left turn here. Kind of get in front of that car because you just never know what's going to happen. But this is what's always fun, man. You know, oncoming traffic whenever you're making a left turn. So believe it, and that's actually legal, which is pretty funny. I mean, this whenever you kick it down, man, it just wants to go. Oh my God, it's crazy. Now here you gotta be really safe because, I mean, look at this guy. He's making a freaking U-turn right here. It's always nice. I don't want to gun it here too much. You never know if someone's gonna pull out in front of you. But man, I'm loving the bike. I'm really loving it after upgrades. And the funny thing is, we still plan to get a little bit more horsepower out of this thing. I'm going to be taking it back to the shop Friday, and hopefully we're going to be getting the new sprockets put on, two new sprocket on the rear put on it. Try to gain a little extra torque for that low end power. And yeah, so hopefully we'll get a little bit more power out of the bike, you know, and that's always good for sure. You know, the more the merrier, I always say, right? And so, you know, that'll be the next video, guys, is that, well, I'll be over at the shop showing you guys, you know, what they're doing, like with the sprocket. We're having a sprocket made for it. And also, I'm going to be getting me some braided steel brake lines put on this thing. Some red ones to add to the red that's already on the bike. Make it look a little nicer and actually make the brakes a little bit more consistent, because whenever those brake lines are stainless steel braided lines, they don't have as much flex in them, and you'll actually get more consistent braking with those things. It's not just an aesthetic thing. It actually does help your brakes, even though these brakes do feel really, really amazing. I gotta say, man, I'm impressed with the power, but man, these brakes are awesome. Like this thing it stops. It's crazy. It's awesome. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I mean, it's good to go fast, but it's also good to be able to damn stop. You know, you know, if you're going super fast, it's all good and dandy, but being able to stop fast is also a big, big plus. I was considering putting on some different calibers on this bike, getting some Brimbos on it, which would be better. But man, I gotta say, these things are working awful good. The bike already has ABS, and after learning a few things about other pricing for other bikes, bigger bikes, I might be a little reserved about putting any more money in this bike after I get that sprocket and then braided lines on this thing. Man, this thing just howls. Jesus Christ, it howls like crazy. I mean, listen to that thing. Oh my God, I just love it so much, man. It sounds awesome. Most of these people can't stand it, but I love the shit out of it, man. Like I said, I'm just like a big old damn kid on this thing. Bro. Alright guys, well, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with that, man. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I will see you in the next video, you know, trying to get them brake lines put on and getting that sprocket put on. And I just want to say, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. Bye, everyone. See you later.